Alright, so we're gonna film our first ever drunk history. It's me, Gonzalez, and Danielle. We're trying to come up with a good idea for a drunk history. Who's got a good idea?
You could do major world conflicts.
Major world conflicts. Like what? Like all of them? You want me to do all of them? This is wine, Yellowtail. Yellowtail Chardonnay. It does look like urine, you're right. Did someone pee in my cup?
Do the history of urine.
I don't know much about that. Dinosaurs started peeing, and then billions of years later, humans peed. End of history. We have toilets now.
Another interesting fact.
This doesn't sound like an idea for a drunk history. The camera's rolling!
It's interesting.
Okay.
The Great Depression.
Hold on. That's a pretty good one.
Urine,
Yeah.
it evaporates into the rain and then just gets recycled. So some of the water that we drink is dinosaur urine.
Except salt doesn't evaporate.
Yeah, but
I agree with you, but only the H2O evaporates.
that has nothing to do with urine.
Yes, it does. The H2O in the urine goes up, sure. Well, yeah, but every water's been peed out.
Okay, do the history of rugby balls.
Just the balls?
Just the
Not
ball.
the balls that you play with.
Just the balls of rugby players.
Yeah.
William Webb Ellis was the first rugger. He had balls.
Big balls.
I never saw them. He's really old. He's dead. I'm not gonna Google William Webb Ellis's balls. Inappropriate. This video is gonna be ridiculous. It's going on YouTube before I get sober.
Okay. You could do
Oh, I bought batteries for my camera
the
today.
history of photography.
Why are you saying history of things? Have you never seen Drunk History?
No.
Well, maybe you should watch it, and then you would know how to come up with a good idea for one. Ah,
How about you pull it up
Jeez.
while we're making our drink history?
that's a bad idea. What can I do a drunk history of? I'm wearing my college Republican shirt.
You could retell.
I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat either, but I have that shirt too. I paid extra dues for both.
Idiot.
This is a horrible drunk history.
What about idiot history?
You're not making sense.
You could retell Romeo and Juliet.
That's not history!
It would
Shakespeare's not even real!
be fun for you to retell.
If I retold... Alright, I'll do that. Romeo and Juliet's a good one. We'll start a new thing called Drunk Literature. Drunk Literature Episode 1. So there's this girl... Stop singing, I'm talking about literature. So there's this girl. She is a... Is she a Capulet?
She's. Yeah, she's.
Or a Montague?
Is she the Cap?
I think she's the Capulet.
She's a Capulet, and then
There's this
Romeo's
girl,
mom.
Juliet. She's a Capulet. This is a rap now. And I don't know how I'm going to keep it going, but I'll probably be slowing down so I have more time to come up with rhymes. Just kidding. So there's this girl, Juliet, and she's a Capulet. And the Capulets hate the Montagues, and the Montagues hate the Capulets. And there's this guy, Romeo, and he's a Montague.
Mhm.
Well, so one day there's this party, and Romeo and his friends, they're party crashers.
Mhm.
They crash the party. It's a Capulet party. And there, Romeo sees Juliet, and the moment his eyes touch hers, their eyes touch, eye to eye,
It's a bad way to get people.
eye to eye. They fall in love, or at least he falls in love with her. It's not until he romances her and seduces her that she
But
loves
she's
him. But that's
smitten.
later. Hold on, wait. She's a little smitten. So Leonardo chases the
No,
girl around the
no,
party,
no, no.
and then they're in the elevator together. Right?
Yep.
And he's dressed up like a knight, and she's dressed up like an angel. Am I getting this right?
Yes.
Kind of.
And they kiss in the elevator,
Yes.
and it's beautiful.
Yes.
Leonardo's a good looker. Leonardo's a good
They
looker.
did.
They did.
They didn't run on electricity. They ran on magic.
Danielle keeps telling me to sip the wine, but it's better when you chug it. No, it's not. Alright, so then the party's over, and Juliet's going to bed. And Romeo is outside on the terrace, and he calls up to her. Does he call up to her?
Juliet, my favorite.
Wait. The sun, the east. What does she say? What light?
What light through
Yonder window break.
Yonder window breaks.
Window breaks. 'Tis the east and Juliet the sun, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I am the east and Juliet the sun.
And women put out when you tell them poetry. So Juliet's out on the balcony and she's like, Romeo, Romeo, where art for thou? Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Where art for thou? Thank you, Gonzalez, for your help on this issue. Wherefore art thou, Romeo? And they fall in love in this balcony.
By any other name would still smell as sweet.
What's in a name? Would a rose by any other name not smell as sweet? Something like that.
Yeah.
Shakespeare. Anyway.
So the balcony.
Right, they fall in love outside after the party. And he promises to come see her and this stuff. But then he leaves and he meets up with his friend. And he's with Bartholomew.
What's his friend's name?
Bartholomew? Is that right? Or is that from King Lear?
It's fine.
Barcelona? That's the city.
That's Spain.
Shakespeare was Spanish, right?
Yes.
Like Columbus.
Columbus wasn't Spanish either. I hate when people say that. He was Italian. You stupid fucks. Stop saying he was Spanish, please.
His name was Rodrigo.
Yeah, and he was a Jew. Did you know this? They think he was a Jew. The very day, you ready for this? Columbus. The exact day Columbus left,
Queen Elizabeth sent out the order.
they started the Inquisition. The same exact day. They think that either the king and queen were trying to save him because they liked him for some reason, or that he was fleeing.
Or that they just sent him on a death trap.
Right, that's the other one. They thought he would fall off the edge and die. Because they thought the world was flat. Did you know that? Did you know they thought the world was flat? I bet you did. Because you're educated. This is so embarrassing. This is already 7 minutes long. Okay. Romeo and Juliet. So Romeo goes and meets up with his friends, and one of them is Bartholomew, and Bartholomew is this black guy, and with dreads, right? He's I think it's Bartholomew. Bartholomew. Bartholomew.
You did that, and I'm gonna look it up.
All right, you look it up on your cellular. They didn't have those back then, so he couldn't look up his own name.
They did have elevators.
They did have elevators though, because that's where Leonardo and Juliet first kissed. So, where am I? Alright, so then they run into some Capulets and they get in a fight and Bartholomew dies. So Romeo's all upset. My best friend's dead. Boo-hoo. So now Romeo and Juliet are like, we need to get away from all of this madness. This is crazy. Our families hate each other. We need to get away from it all. Pause for the drink.
Yes.
And the cough. Alright, I'm good. So they're like, how can we get away? Alright, well, just like any other smart person nowadays, they're like, oh, we'll fake our own deaths. And then when they think we're dead... Mercutio! That's it, Bartholomew... That's what I said, Mercutio. Am I saying it right?
Mercutio.
Mercutio? Cuccio? Coochie? 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 Just Coochie? He just goes by Coochie. Alright, so Coochie's dead. And Romeo and Juliet are like, we need to die too so that they won't worry about us and then they won't care if we're in love because we'll be dead. So Juliet, it is how it worked. Tybalt's a fuck, alright? Do you bite thy thumb at me, sir? I don't know, sir. I bite my thumb, but I do not bite my thumb at thee, sir. Do you bite thy thumb at me, sir? I bite my thumb, but I do not bite my thumb at thee, sir. And then they fight and die.
Yep.
It's basically how that goes. You die. Shut your trap. So Juliet, I forget how Juliet fakes her death. Does she take the medicine that makes her heart stop and stuff?
She takes the
Sleeping sedative.
She doesn't die.
She does a bunch of heroin, right?
She just pretends to die.
Right, she does a bunch of heroin. She does a bunch of heroin. They put her in a coffin, take her to a monastery. Meanwhile,
Monastery. Take her to
an underground death place. Hell? they take her to hell? Is that where they took her?
Yes,
So Juliet, because she's a harlot. Stop letting me say stupid things, Gonzalez. And then Romeo comes, and he's got a gun with him.
Can you feel that?
He's got a gun with him, and he's got poison with him.
Mm-hmm.
So then he goes to her side, and he doesn't know that she's still alive.
Yeah.
She thinks he's actually dead. He thinks she's actually dead.
Yes.
So he's by her side, and he's like,
Because he didn't get the message.
right,
What's his name?
right,
Dude.
exactly,
Dr. Phil.
right.
No, it wasn't Dr.
It
Phil.
wasn't Dr. Phil.
Oh my God, he has a name.
I know. The church guy.
Paul Fryer.
The Friar Tom.
Fryer something.
Sheriff of Loxley. The Sheriff of Nottingham.
Fryer something.
And then Peter Pan comes in, and different stories. That's it. I'm gonna cry. Alright, okay, alright.
Fryer Tom.
Alright, stop looking stuff up. It's more fun when we don't know their names.
I like
Wouldn't you agree?
I do.
Viewers on YouTube and Facebook? Alright.
So they both die.
No, they didn't die yet. Hold on. Leonardo goes to her deathbed. Romeo goes to her, and he thinks she's dead. So he stabs himself in the chest. Dead. He's dead.
Takes the poison.
Whatever. He drinks the poison. That's right. Drinks the poison that he brought with him. Why did he? I don't even know why he brought poison. That was
He
stupid.
went to the
Oh, he went there to
medicine
kill himself.
man.
He went there to kill himself. That's
Because he
right.
found out that
Yeah, because she was dead. So he goes there, takes the poison, takes a whole bottle of pills. And then she wakes up moments later. Irony, right? If she had woken up 10 seconds sooner, they'd be in love, fucking somewhere, making little Leonardos and Kates. What's her real name? What's the actress's name? I don't care.
Claire Danes.
Claire's and Leo's. Lears. Clarios. It sounds like a breakfast cereal.
Clarons.
Clarinardos.
Claros.
Leah Clarions. So then she wakes up and sees that her love is dead. So then she shoots herself in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Or something.
And at this point, they're in hell.
And then, yeah, right, they're in hell already, so it's okay. And then the moral of the story is that the Capulets and the Montagues shouldn't hate each other.
Yeah.
Because hate is bad. Love thy neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're together in the end. The Capulets and Montagues.
You should probably talk about the sequel.
They make up.
Oh, right, they become friends. There's a sequel? What?
Juliet in space. Have you ever heard of that?
Is that the one where the alien fucks the astronaut?
Yep.
Yeah? Favorite film. That's one of my favorite films. My face is red. I look funny.
I think Friar Lawrence.
It wasn't Tom, you
No, that wasn't
bitch.
Right. I think it's from.
I hope you've all enjoyed
It
this.
just says the messenger.
Shut up, I'm trying to do a conclusion. I hope you've all enjoyed this segment of Drunken Literature featuring Trevor Senaviva. Next time on Drunken Literature. What other pieces of literature do I know? I don't know Hamlet. No. To Kill a Mockingbird. Next time. Keep your eyes peeled for it. It's going to be beautiful.